Jumbo kings and queens, and hotep to you all. Nyakulega Makosini once again. Today, Makosi, I want to touch a very sensitive topic. Unfortunately, I have to talk about this thing. Makosi, we find ourselves in a situation where most of the black population, and especially like South Africa, we label ourselves as Christian. In the Christian community, and especially in the black Christian community all over the world, there's three types of black Christians that we would like to unpack and talk about. The first type of Christian, black Christian, would be somebody who just knows Christianity, solely practices Christianity. That's all they've known, that's all they've been taught. From their parents to kindergarten, to Sunday school at church, and throughout the entire system and in the community. Then the second type of Christian is someone who has went or underwent through the same Christian processes as the first person we just spoke about. But now this type of person, the second person, will meet someone like myself, who is a non-believer of religion systems, but more scientific, more biological, and more practical. I will start probing you and asking you questions and not even fighting you, but we will start planting a seed of doubt in the system that you think you know, because most of the people who say they are Christian do not even know the origins of the religion that they're in or that they're practicing. The consolation comes in the form of, no, but my mom and dad are Christian. No, but my grandparents were Christian. But to what generation were your grandparents Christian? I promise you did not even go and find out, because it is uncomfortable to go and do so, because then you start finding questions and answers that you don't want to address. You find the comfort in saying, no, but my rich neighbor next door is a man of God and he goes to church and he drives a Mercedes and he lives in this affluent suburb. Their kids go to good schools. And then you try and find the affirmation, the consolation from that. But in reality, at the end of the day, we can even sit with the Pope and probe him and ask him questions which he will not answer, because the deception needs to go on. So the second type of Christian is someone who will start planting a seed of doubt. Then the person will want to go and disprove what I'm saying. But the beauty is, the more you go and research where we come from, the more you find out about yourself. Then you start doubting your religion. Then we find the third type of a Christian. This person is just like the first two candidates, so you have to know Christianity to a certain level. But then, just like myself, as an example, I was baptized at the Lutheran Church. I underwent altar server training and I became an altar server. I was a young adult. I was a youth member. So I know those processes. I went through those processes until my consciousness kicked in, because I was always against it, but I could not understand why. I am not the only one, and there's many of us, even some of you who are watching this, are going to resonate with what I'm saying today. Then this type of person eventually steps or realigns with their consciousness just by faith, whether it's through reading, whether it's through YouTube videos that are aligned with what we are talking about, or through conversations like people with like myself. Then this person has all this knowledge about where we actually come from, which contradicts everything that religion has taught them. But then they find themselves in a very compromised position, because if this person is a pastor at a reputable church, do you think this person first and foremost will want to denounce and apostate that they are not Christian anymore because they found alternative information which contradicts what we've been forcefully fed for the past few generations over the last 400, 500, 600 years. Do you think that person will stand in front of their church and want to be like their sellout? What about all the funds that they receive from these organizations called churches? The same organizations which help them take the same children to these good schools, the same neighbor who drives that Mercedes Benz, who you think has a good job. Yes, that man is a pastor. Do you think even after finding out the truth, they will want to lose and forfeit that lifestyle and be called a sellout? Just take a moment and think about that. Never be scared to tap into yourself. It might look like a very dark, dingy place to be, but I'll tell you one thing. The treasure that you desire the most lies in the deepest cave that you fear the most. Hotep, Makhosi.